Are you ready for the ultimate bikepacking weekend adventure? Join us for an unforgettable self-supported bikepacking trip through Southwest Virginia. The Grayson Gravel Pie Bikepacking Adventure travels along the Virginia Creeper Trail, the beautiful gravel roads of Grayson County, Virginia, and the New River Trail. All lodging and camping arrangements are included, along with daily routes and guides riding along with you. This self-supported adventure offers resupply opportunities every 20 miles for your food and water needs. Find out more at graveltraveldirt.com.
You're listening to Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt.
Hi everybody, I'm Brian.
And I'm Joey.
And I'm Jess.
This everybody's episode 167 of Mid-Atlantic Gravel, Travel, and Dirt. If you're new here, this is the podcast where we talk about gravel bikes, adventure biking, bike packing, bike camping, dogs sometimes, and cats other times. Or just playing bikes. I'm paying a little homage to your whole Dirty Kitten. You've been very enamored, Jess, with Dirty Kitten.
She's a cat person
people.
already.
Things. I know you had the Instagram picture with the cat ears.
Yeah, and my friend Kelly Telly was like, wow, I'm so glad you had those cat ears for Team Kelcat. And I'm like, yep, that's right.
Well, you had on her socks.
Exactly.
So it's all, you were
it was
all cat.
all cat out.
All cat.
All Jess wants is to be an honorary Dirty Kitten member with a shirt.
Why don't you be an official Dirty Kitten member?
No.
I think they have it all put together for the season.
Oh, well, there's always room. There's always room for Jess.
It's Jess.
So we're going to talk about this in a little bit, but I went on a big ride today, and today was
How big was it?
It was big. We're going to talk about it later. But it was the first time that I wore my Pack Cutaway USA kit for a long ride.
Oh boy.
Oh, the yellow one?
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you what.
Preaching the good stuff, Brian.
Yeah, it was. I've been touting how good Cutaway USA is, and I've not worn their stuff, but this was the first time that I've worn it on a really, really big long.
Well, we've worn their jerseys.
Yeah, I've worn their jerseys, and I've worn the bibs as well. But this is the first time that I've had them on for a very long time. Spokes, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Cutaway USA offers premium cycling apparel born where? Where?
In the Blue Ridge Mountains.
You got it. Cutaway is an industry leader using innovative fabrics combined with clean and bold design. Make sure to check out their website at cutawayusa.com to see all the jerseys, bibs, cycling paraphernalia, routes, all sorts of cool stuff. Paraphernalia? Do they have paraphernalia?
You just said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
I don't know, cycling paraphernalia. I don't know. These Pennsylvania boys are influencing me with cycling paraphernalia. It's a part of the kit now, isn't it? Check out that website, cutawayusa.com. When you reach the checkout code, use the code GTD20. Joey's just throwing us all off our game over here. Use the code GTD20 to take 20% off your entire order of paraphernalia. And that is a special discount that's just for our listeners.
You said paraphernalia again.
I know. It's because now it's funny. It was a callback. It was a very, very brief callback. Before we dive into, we have so much stuff to talk about. We have a new Patreon family member, Tom Darby.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thank you for your support. And I want to give a shout out to Casey Fenton. Casey sent today.
An OG.
Yeah, he's a way back. Casey sent a little bit. Actually, not a little bit. He sent a lot of PayPal love today. So thank you, Casey, very much for that. Casey, we met way back
of a mountain at Unpaved.
In Pennsylvania. So what you drinking over there, Joey?
I got Willette whiskey. It's rye.
You need to tell me more about that.
It's good.
Okay. And you got it on. Do you have your little round ice?
I ran out of ice. I had to refill my little balls.
Great.
Oh.
Yeah,
what is that? What is
it's the straight rye whiskey. Rare release, the Willette Distillery. I've been sitting on this for a while.
Yeah?
It's delicious.
I'm glad you got it out.
Usually I don't find things you say funny, but that was good.
All right. Joe, you go first. What's going on in your world?
Hey, why didn't anybody ask me what I'm drinking?
What are you drinking?
Drinking
giant jug
a
of water.
1 gallon jug of water.
Joey's actually replaced your water with vodka and you don't know it. That's why.
Yeah.
It's actually liquid IV because I drank a lot of coffee.
Are you
today.
drinking liquid IV out of a milk jug?
Well, you just put it in your. It's like little. It's like
Little powder packets
powder
everywhere.
I
packets.
feel like
Yeah.
I'm in the hills of Kentucky when Jess is over there with a jug, like throwing it up and drinking it down.
I'm like a CrossFit bro.
Joey, you're up. What's in going on in your world?
Whole lot going. I don't know if there's a whole lot. Brian's going to get water. We have our growly cat coming up next Saturday.
Where?
Up in where are we going at? Somewhere out in Virginia.
Rapidan, Virginia.
Yeah. I think we're gonna camp out the night before that there, or something, or we're gonna find a campsite because I purchased a rooftop tent.
Jess, did you know about that?
Yep.
That the camping out is happening?
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
She said
All right.
if I got a rooftop tent, that she would sleep in it.
We actually got this like sleeping bag that has like little like.
No, I found this sleeping bag that she.
I'm telling you, Jess,
It's like a mummy bag.
Facebook Marketplace is going to be the
I would
end of
never,
your checking
ever,
account.
ever buy a sleeping bag.
Who
or
would
any-
buy a used sleeping bag? Oh no.
I don't know.
It's like
No.
people that sell shoes on there or bathing suits.
Oh, that's just not right.
It happens.
So what kind of rooftop tent did you get?
I got a roof nest condor.
We're going to Virginia to pick it up.
Yeah, look at this thing.
When? Oh, you got a double whammy sleeping bag.
No. I found it. I was like, hey, we should get this as a joke. It's definitely too hardcore for regular months, but winter months would be nice.
Yeah, that actually.
And
Because
then
you put
when
the,
Jess isn't there, you and me can sleep in it.
Oh, that would be so much fun. I would love to cuddle up.
I am
wait a
not as
minute,
small
why
as that little guy. Yes, we ended up getting that. I went with that one because there was another one they had that it was one of those straight pop ups. There's A-frames and stuff, but this one just front and rear pops straight up. That was it, but it's narrow on your roof, but it's pretty long.
Huh.
And then the Condor actually is
You bought new?
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
The Condor is and same thing, hard box, gas piston kind of thing, and then you just open it up and you fold one part out, but it's already set up.
So Joey's been talking for a rooftop tent for a really long time.
A long time.
Like ever since he bought his Subaru.
Yeah.
However, I told him that if he traded in his truck, he could go get one. So yesterday,
Yeah, a few hours after trading my truck in, I went and bought a tent. I was like, oh.
somebody, the bank messaged me and was like, "Is this a fraudulent cause?" And it said the rooftop tent and the what he bought at
Charge?
Harris. Yeah, well, that's what I meant. Fraudulent charge. And it said like this rooftop tent and this other thing from Harris Teeter.
Joanne
And
Fabrics.
We were at Joanne Fabrics for $50. So we were sitting at the kitchen table and last night and he was like, I bought the rooftop tent. I was like, yeah, I saw it. He's like, how quickly do you check the account? And I
No,
said,
that
it
was this
just,
morning. You didn't tell me that they asked you.
okay.
Anyway.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking, long story short, that's how Instagram works, is I put up a thing, and then my friend Jack, Jack's got all our stuff, was like, hey, my 4x4 guy down in Ashland, Virginia, which is an hour and a half away, like he has those in stock.
Oh.
And I don't have to get it shipped. Freight, it comes freight. They usually all come freight. Reef Nest wasn't charging shipping, but they're like $500 a ship too.
So you're going to go down there and they're going to put it on?
So I bought it last night. I'll go down there, I think Monday morning.
And they're going to put
So
it
we'll
on
have
for
it.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, road trip?
I'm taking her.
Sorry, it's spring break, friend.
That's Easter Monday. Are you actually off on that Monday?
Yes, she is. We're just looking because I've been looking for stars on the calendar over here and I don't see any. So
Oh, yeah.
dry, Joey.
I
I thought for spring break like every other day would be a star day, but what else?
Anyway,
It's
now I'm looking at the calendar. Yeah, so we get on Monday to pick that up,
Nice.
which is nice because like we can still travel with our bikes on the back,
Yeah,
gear
that is.
inside, roof up top, and then it's just takes about 40 seconds to open and close kind of
So,
thing once
I
you
guess
get used to it.
The only thing you really got to be concerned with is parking level.
and
Yeah.
the snakes climbing the ladder.
No, the snakes are not going to climb the
Snakes
ladder.
will climb
The
in your
bears
tent.
will.
Nope, nothing's climbing up there.
Bears won't climb ladders.
No, bears.
They
They will,
climb
they'll climb
trees.
trees.
If you filled up the rooftop tent with food, the bear might find his way in there.
Yeah,
but
she
I
needs a
doubt-
serious talk about that because you should see our bedroom.
You need to put the cooler of food down on the ground, and then the bear will never get anywhere near the rooftop tent
Or in a bareback. Anyway, but yeah.
or in the car.
Yeah, there's a couple things you
Sit
got
in
to
the
do,
car.
just like a regular
So,
Nice.
what
Nice.
are you going to do with this rooftop tent, Joey?
I'm gonna sleep in it.
No, he's gonna put it on top of the.
Hey, I'm gonna have a rave.
You're going to do.
Oh yeah, well I'm. Jess told me this morning for my birthday present. She got me a thing to grind duro.
Yeah.
Not yet. But it will be happening.
Yeah,
for
that's
his
my birthday present. But
Nice. I know you
so
wanna do
grind
that.
duro is a few night camp out. It'd be nice not to set up the little tiny tent, sleep on the ground, which I don't mind for bike packing, but
Yeah, it is nice to have like to be elevated off the
like
ground.
Croatan would have been nice
Yeah.
not to be in my little tent.
Yeah. I was a little jealous of Larry sleeping in the back of his truck. to
Yeah,
be
me too.
honest. That was
was
looked
nice.
really kind of comfy in the back of his truck.
It's really hard to surprise somebody, though, with bike reg or
Yeah.
with stuff like that. So we had to make sure
Apparently, like Dave Pryor came in to this one, so
he did. But
yeah.
the
Good.
the cool thing is that he can get off. That's the biggest thing, right? June, July, August is
Well,
really
I gotta
hard.
try.
Yeah,
Still have to
so,
try to get off.
You know,
Oh, so you haven't gotten the dates yet.
Well, I
You just
do the scheduling, so
right on.
but I still got to be fair.
Sure.
So yeah, there's that. I'll use it all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'll be away a little bit more than Jess is like, oh, you got a tent? Now you're gonna go camping? I'm like, yeah,
yeah, of course.
that'd
Right
be
on.
great going fishing over in Delaware, and like I'm just gonna sleep the night before over there.
Now, are you going to keep that on the car like all the time?
Be like one of those guys? Probably not.
Okay.
It does weigh 100 pounds.
Okay. So you're going to take it on, put it on.
Yeah. The nice thing about investing in a better one, they're all heavy, but like, it's almost like a roof box.
So it's easier
yeah.
to get on, get off.
It's still heavy, but these big, this one has like a 3-inch nice foam mattress too. It's like you don't need to put your pads. You can leave your sleeping bag and pillows in it and fold it up, and it's pretty cool.
That is nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. It
but
makes
yeah,
it very convenient.
It's compact, and I'm buying it local from a local shop, which
So,
is cool.
I mean, I'd see that where you like put it on in the spring and then keep it on during the like summer
Oh, yeah.
months and then take it off when it's like winter
Yeah.
time. And,
My goal would be to find something to do each month, even if I'm not doing something to
yeah.
or more frequently. Jess gets mad at me. I'll just go sleep in the driveway.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm gonna find a place before
Only on Tuesdays.
only on Tuesday nights. This thing's cool. The Roof Nest. They're not Roof Nest is one of the more expensive companies, but after doing all the research, I went from trying to find the most basic to that. This thing even has you take a little little USB charger.
Mhm.
It's got a crap ton of LED lights that you plug into, and it powers
nice.
under the bottom, like outside the car and inside the tent too.
Can you change the colors and like have it
No, I
bump the
don't think so,
music?
but I've seen it.
my stepdad's Mercedes has a thing on top that shines into the parking spot next to them, and it says Mercedes on it.
Mercedes.
Like no joke.
Just
Like it has
Mercedes.
the little
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, we wouldn't know
The
anything
little
about
mirror-
all. I wouldn't know
Subaru
anything
has that.
about all that.
But yeah, I think that's about it. I rode my bike a lot last week.
Nice.
Not ridiculous miles, like 90 miles total.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, you're getting on the bike. That's all that matters.
Well, yeah, I
it
gotta
doesn't
survive
matter.
dirty kitten.
It doesn't matter.
Although
get on the bike.
we after we left the car dealership, I did get Chipotle and ate like a burrito bowl, and I got extra rice because I always do. But then we decided to ride like 20 minutes after.
So I think
That was struggling.
I think I figured out what you're doing.
What?
You have you're going to grow all the hair, like all over your entire face and body and head.
Yeah.
And then when you have like an event, you're going to shave it all off and be arrow. So you're training.
I'll be the Scranton
You're
Strangler.
doing hair training. Is that what you're doing?
No,
My
no.
mom asked if his razor broke.
Then I asked her why she was still here because the broom was outside.
Good
Thought
job.
her car was still in her house.
Your beard is getting very
It's getting
manly.
long, yeah.
It's getting very manly.
Well,
It's getting
it's
very,
manly.
very, very manly. Is your goal to like really like let it get down there?
No.
To really, I think you should.
No, but the longer it gets, the more gray hair pops up.
I think you should trim up those sides.
No, all I want to do is
and
cut
let
it off. I play with it all the time.
No, is get rid of the sides and let the big manly poof at
I'm
the
not
bottom.
easy topping it.
I'm good. Thanks though.
I think that would be pretty cool. I think you should do that, but that's just me. That's just me. I ain't got to sleep with you all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah. Anyway, doing the Chipotle.
I'm sorry.
Doing the Chipotle 20 minutes before a bike ride. Ooh,
Not a good idea.
I was just struggle bus. The morning before, then ride with the boys. It was like Sunday morning felt great riding with Jason and Will, but yesterday after that Chipotle, doing the connector roll, I was like, I think this took me 2 times longer.
I
almost hurled about twice.
I almost came down and joined you. You sent me that little thing. Hey, we're leaving the shop.
That was nice. It was ridiculously windy.
Yeah.
So we cut back. We were going to do that Brooms Island thing I like to do. But we cut back and did just the average Joe.
Nice.
I've been avoiding doing that so much because it starts this week. Drum point loops. I hate drum point sometimes, but
I haven't been down in there in a long time, and I know what the story. You if you do it all the time, then you don't want to do it every week because it's like the standing Saturday group thing, and so I haven't been down in there forever.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I actually want to like show up for some group rides this year.
Yeah. You got to lead 4 of them a week. You said
4 of them a week.
That's what you said.
Oh, I don't know when that's going to happen, but okay. All right, Jess.
Hello.
You've been doing some St. Jude fundraising.
We have.
Let's talk about that.
Luckily, Joey put on his Instagram with the badges, not badges, with the patches. That's it.
Patches.
Patches
and,
McGee.
You know, for $5, whatever, donated to St. Jude will give you guys a patch. So I wrote the thank you cards today. And they will be in the mail hopefully within the next 2 or 3 days.
Now, are you still doing that?
We are still doing it. I think Joey put out one big surplus, one more monster post about it.
Okay. Excuse me for a second. Did you do that on the GTD Instagram or the...
Today I did. I don't know what I did the other day.
So you put it on the GTD Instagram.
Yeah,
so folks,
I think
check the Mid-Atlantic GTD Instagram.
Yeah. And it's also on Joey's because the hardest part is addresses because we aren't able to ship the patches if we don't know your address and if you're not like a local bike shop coming in person. So
you could just throw them out in the front and people could be like,
yeah,
here.
Exactly. That's exactly what we should do. So we raise altogether with just social media right now, we've raised about $1,050.
Wow.
So
not just the patches, or with just that. Is that just patches?
So patches and with my hey, donate to St. Jude. Hey, donate to St. Jude. So I've been emailing. I think I email about 2 to 3 companies each day asking to do a fundraiser with me for St. Jude. So cross fingers that a couple bike companies come through with that.
There you go.
So we'll see.
Good job.
We have the list of people who donated, but it's behind Joey. So we'll ask Joey kindly to get the list.
Yeah, because I'd love to actually give everybody the shout out.
Real quick, hats should be at my house tomorrow. Then I'll start the hat stuff, but that's not related. But it's kind of related because the patches are on the hats.
The patches are on the hats, but these are just the patches that are on the hats, and the patches alone.
Yes,
and they are
it's separate. I'm selling
going
the hats
to St. Jude.
Correct.
Not the hats, the patches.
So first, my BFF4L.
Okay.
Kelly Catelli.
Oh.
Of Kelly Catelli.
Nice,
Mike
Kelly,
Pence.
thank you.
Mike Pence.
Mike Pence?
Mike Pence?
Did he have a little fly in his head?
I don't know what you guys are talking about. Larry Paris, Johnny Milton, Ted
Mike.
Redeemer, Tom Stewart, Trevor Flip something, Pico de Gallo Gravel, or Jesse Piccolo, Alonzo Baxter, Gabe Murray, Bennett Sheehan, Jason Linville, and Jonathan Seibold.
Nice.
So a lot of Eric Baker too. Eric was on behind Kelly Catelli. But yep, all those guys and girls donated, which was awesome.
So there we go.
There we go.
Check the GTD
Correct.
Instagram to find out how to do that some more. Let's add some names to that list.
Yeah, let's
and
do
get
that.
some more.
Ted kept the streak alive. He donated yesterday. So we're trying to go for a month of one person donating each day.
Okay.
So,
awesome.
so $5 donation. That's all it has to be. The only reason why it's not less than $5, because we would definitely take $1 or $2, is because of the website. So some people have been asking to Venmo, and we've been doing that too. If you just Venmo me the money, and then I'll donate it
$1
through my page. Yep, and all it has to be is $1.
Okay.
So
Brian gave you $1 at Croatan.
he did, and he waved
still,
it around.
I still have it right here.
It's right
I
there.
most assuredly was trying my best. Well, I probably didn't try my best. My best, I'd have got up on that table and hollered
I did
for people.
have the microphone most of the day. I should have tried to. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's okay, friends. It's okay.
I was hollering for people to come give Jess $1. I was waving the
Correct.
dollar in the air, trying
That
to
happened.
get. Maybe you should have got up on the
I
table.
should have gotten up.
Speaking of stuff that's shown up, thank you, Ted. Ted sent us a whole big bundle pack of
but did you bring some?
Love You Buys. No.
The reason I put my address first because we were putting them in the envelopes.
I think I threw him my address first, but I will bring some to you at the shop tomorrow.
I mean, paper trail wise,
I will bring.
we should have sent them in the middle and then rode our bikes to them.
Oh my goodness.
Because we use the mail people, put them in somebody else's mailbox.
That was some of the stuff we're going to throw some in the
with the patches.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Patches McGee.
I will bring some to the
Hand
shop
delivered.
tomorrow.
You
Hand
did-
So
delivered.
You look
before we get to Brian's big bike journey,
I'll say Brian had no time today.
No
well,
time
I'm not
today.
done with mine yet, but
No, she's still going.
sorry, friends.
I just wanted to throw that because it's a tie-in.
No, it's perfect. So Joey being all sorts of weird next to us.
Chewing on a dog.
Chewing
toy.
on a dog food. It happens.
It's the whiskey.
So Blake and I have been running, which has been
Oh.
super fun. So we got 4.5 miles today. So each week we try to do like a mile-ish more. But the same way you train a person is the same way you train the joints of a dog to be running.
Okay.
So I put the little leash around my waist. Blake runs. And then it's really cute. We run like side by side. Joey was driving down the road and took our picture the other day.
I was just going to
And
say,
here's
you need
Blake
to see
right
the
next
picture.
to me, like riding right next to me.
Is that social media ready yet? Is that out there?
We
You
could
and-
put it on. We
I
could
think
do.
that'd be fun.
We could do a fun post or another picture of it, but it is really cute. Blake just trots right alongside of me.
That's some serious miles for dogs.
Yeah, he does well.
That's like you're entering Snickerdoodle country.
Yeah, exactly.
With
Exactly.
Larry and
So
Snickerdoodle.
Snicker doesn't run with a leash, but Blake has to run with a leash. So Blake runs next to me with his little thing. We've been getting out on some bike rides, which has been awesome. I'm really excited. My friends Amanda and Nadine come back this weekend, and they're going to do AJR with us. And then hopefully we go to Lotus, cross fingers.
I will do. I think I'm going to be in AJR.
Awesome. That sounds great.
This is kickoff, right?
Yeah. And then
Kickoff this weekend.
next week, Joey and I do Growly Cat. And then we are planning some really fun rides to be doing over the summer. I'm expecting to do crossing fingers.
Something
I
in
get
a
to
rooftop tent.
No. No. My friends usually don't get like Marriott's, but last time there was a working bathroom and that was nice and I showered in and everything. So we're going to do the Dirty Kitten ride. We're going to do Loudon. We're going to hopefully do Grape Gravel. I think I planned like a ride for like every weekend almost in June and July.
Not I.
So I'm really excited. And we were talking about it this morning and Joey's like, I can't take off every weekend. So he'll send me.
Speaking of Loudon, next week, Andy Bacon is going to join us. X2 Adventures.
EX2 Adventures.
Yep.
Yeah.
EX2 Adventures. That is the
Andy's like a full-time race promoter,
Yeah, he's doing
director.
all the
course.
time. And we still have to determine if he's
Swagmaster.
related to Kevin Bacon.
I'm sure he gets that a lot.
But we're going to ask.
But I am going to cook bacon next week.
Because inquiring minds want to know. So we will have bacon for dinner and bacon for podcast.
I did 2 boxes of pierogies for tonight.
Oh, that was good. You did a
Simple.
good
There's
job.
still pierogies left.
Yeah.
Just a simple. I can eat it for breakfast too.
All right. So you guys ready to hear about my big long day?
I had hot fresh donuts today that I put in a bag in another box and rode to work with. Now they're all gone.
And because it's the Sikorsky's Tell All, it's spring break. So that is a very exciting time in a teacher's life.
Yeah.
It is a very
it
exciting
is.
time in a teacher's life.
I know Kate, my daughter Casey's off this week too, and she's spending all that time with baby, and I'm having baby withdrawal.
Oh, so I would
Because-
still send that kid to daycare and just go party, go
so
day
she
drinking.
did. We did.
Just kidding.
We did do a little bit of daycare Monday night, so they got a little time away. And then I think we're going to do it again.
You could take
Towards the
Blake
end of the
anytime you
week.
want.
You say that now, but if I showed up here and said, Blake, you're coming with me for the day, nope, it wouldn't happen. I know that. So I did a big day.
Hold on,
today.
before you start.
Okay.
No, we were just doing it.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We just I
bought a rooftop tent for my dog too.
I wanted to
They
do
have a mini one.
The very first, and this was my plan, the first day that we had real springtime warm weather, I wanted to do a
So
century.
it doesn't look too windy. Your wind speed average was 6.6 miles an hour.
Yeah, it
out
wasn't.
of the
It
west,
wasn't.
northwest.
It wasn't too windy. There were a couple of spots. where it
60
got a little-
degrees, 75% humidity.
So this is how my day started, though. I go to pump up the tires, and you know how Staples like they are
Like
glued
the
together.
store?
like like staples are glued together.
Yeah.
So I spin the tire around the rear tire, and there's like literally 4 staples glued together, stuck in the rear tire, and totally flat. But I'd been wanting to change the tires anyway, and I knew I needed to recharge my sealant. So that's really what set me back today, because I lost 45 minutes or so, kind of swapping out tires and doing all that. So that was how my day started. But I still did the thing.
You started at 10:33 a.m.
I know.
Holy cow.
I wanted to get out a little bit earlier than that. And my target was like a 9:15 kind of launch. And then that never really happens, and had work stuff. And then all of a sudden the tires. But I mapped out a route. You saw the route that I did,
Yeah,
right?
you should. You sent it to us.
Yeah. I mean, that was literally from my house up to Prince Frederick, from coast to coast across Calvert County. And that was 100 miles and just over 4,000 feet of elevation, which, if you think about it, I was probably never more than maybe 10 miles away from my house.
No.
It's actually kind of cool when you can look at that and kind of map
It looks
that
like
out.
a bolt of lightning.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy looking route, but I mean, it's super cool though. Look at all the places where it went down by the water, and just put all of the things together. It was a great day, but I was a little behind. And when you get behind, you start and you're kind of like, you feel like you're rushed a little bit. I felt like I was rushed a little bit today, but not because of you guys. I know y'all are very patient with me, because, it was nice. Well, I know Joey was probably upset.
Yelling and swearing.
So that was how my day started. I had a little altercation with a car on, let's see, what road was that? Coming off of Dares Beach. When you come through the circle on Dares Beach and then you're coming out to 4, because I crossed right over. This numbnuts decided that he didn't like the fact that I needed to be in the lane. So he tried to pass me going into the circle and almost ran into the little concrete median thing.
I would have let him.
And he dove back over, and he almost took both himself, the car, and me out all at the same time. So I had a few choice words for him, and he decided to keep moving, which was probably wise for both of us at the time. I also
Strava shows you going directly through the middle of that roundabout.
Let's because who knows.
That's pretty funny when Joey pulled it up.
So, you guys ever ride Mackle Road? I know we have people local.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh my God. Is Mackle Road literally in the afternoon the busiest road in all of Calvert County? And
which
why?
one is Mackle Road?
Mackle is the one that so I came back up Brooms Island and made the right on Ross. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, Mackle.
Made the right on Ross and then hit Mackle.
Yeah, Mackle takes
so
you.
I take it all the way down to Jeff Pat.
That can be a very busy road.
Oh my God. It's beautiful though. But I had cars just buzzing me and blowing horns. And
yeah, because I always come out Ross and make a right on Mackle.
Well, so now I'll do that when I'm coming back home. I'll make the right on Mackle and come down to Perrin. People are like,
you double
who
back?
Cares?
I usually just follow Joey.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I've had times where there's been no cars, and then everyone in the county wants to come through there.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on at the end of Mackle Road. Is it Mackle or Mackle?
Mackle.
Mackle?
It depends. You got that Southern Maryland.
I have a theory. I have a theory.
Before Washington.
I literally think there was one work truck that passed me 3 times. I don't know what he was doing. I think maybe they just have to continue to drive around to keep their GPS going so that their boss thinks they're actually working. But it's like the mouse thing with the Roomba, where they put the mouse on the Roomba and the Roomba goes around. So it's like you stay active. I have a feeling that that's what's going on. But if there's anybody that's local that listens that has any thoughts or ideas on why that crazy road is because it's back in the middle of nowhere. You come off of. It does kind of connect through Perrin to Mackle. You can kind of back road kind of thing. And what is it with people? I have noticed this my last 2 rides. I'm old and I'm going to show myself.
It's okay though.
I'm going to gripe. What is it with people? There's a new hobby in Calvert County. It's parking on the side of Route 4 on the shoulder and talking on your phone.
Yeah, I'm afraid they're going to pull out and make a U-E or something in front of me doing that.
But also you have to cross the rumble strips to go out into the lane to go around them. I can't tell you the number of times I had that happen today.
Was it more than 4?
Definitely more than 4, probably less than 8.
Okay. That's a pretty good range. It's a pretty
ample amount.
Yeah.
Enough to aggravate and, get off my lawn. Enough to aggravate me.
It's my life.
But, it is what it is. I bonked a little bit, to be honest, towards the end. I thought it was going to be not as tough a day because the wind was down, but I think it was because the first day it was really warm out. I think it kind of, I looked down at my gloves at one point and they're literally, I put a picture of them on Strava. They're literally like almost caked white with salt. It's just sweating so much. And it's just not used to it.
Yeah, you gross with salt.
You know it. But all in all, a good day. I'm getting ready for that Loudon Grinder Nationals. I am registered for that. We're May 7th. And that's 100 miles over in Loudon. I want to say it's a little more elevation and obviously on gravel.
We rode Loudon in Cat Camp.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, I feel like, I needed to do a big day. And that was my plan. I wanted the first warm spring day. I felt like that was what I wanted.
Did you get a free shirt for doing this?
Yes, I got a free shirt. That was funny. Jess came in. She's like, why would you ride 100 miles and not get a T-shirt? You could make one. You could make me one.
No, I'm not going to make a T-shirt.
You made that beautiful wooden circle thing.
That was Board and Brush in Leonardtown, Maryland.
Which was also a
St. Jude fundraiser.
Nice.
I got a sewing machine. I'll sell you something.
Oh, we didn't even talk about sewing machine.
Yeah.
You got a
patches
sewing machine
on everything. I'm going to...
What are your plans for the sewing machine?
Well,
he's gonna embroider his name on everything.
It hasn't. I don't think
So
it
it doesn't
embroids
get
like
lost.
that, but mostly my underwear. No, I want to. I mean, there's stuff I want to fix, potentially put patches on, but it'd be nice. I got some canvas material. I'd like to make a bag that goes in my basket on my bike.
Nice.
There's a bunch of little stuff. The
You
little
make it
tchotchkes, it just calls it. And then I need a little for like $60, $60 to $70. They make these little. They're like, like what Nittany makes material-wise, like X-Pack or canvas. But these little tiny, like, bags that you use as, like, a trash bag for, like, your fly tie-in vise.
Uh-huh.
I just want to figure out how to... They're so expensive.
Well, but what...
And I understand it's a
bag.
process. I know how to sew.
You say it's a trash bag, but
It's
really,
for, like, as you're
it's
tying flies, it's for, like, feathers
for the extra and stuff, and then you would
Yeah.
use that again later. It's not
No,
trash.
it's just like... as you're cutting, like, deer hair
Yeah.
and feathers, it's just... You will throw it away, but instead of having your bucket down on the floor, it's just like you cut it right there and it keeps
right over
you
top
clean.
of it. Okay.
But they're so expensive.
Yeah.
There's all these things I want to start doing. It's like brackish bags. I'm collaborating with Austin.
Oh, really?
No, but that would be cool.
That would be cool.
Our neighbor, Miss Linda with the cats.
She's a sewer.
She's a sewer. So she sits in her top of her house and sews in her
There's a
cats.
whole sewing room.
And she's made Blake's she made Max's blanket into like an actual blanket for me and Joey.
Oh,
And Blake.
So, and for Blake uses it now too. So Joey's going to collaborate with Miss Linda on
Help me with that little thing.
my daughter Camden is a big seamstress. She actually won junior division quilt for the Calvert County Fair back when she was in high school.
Was Richard a judge for that one?
Maybe. I don't think so. Maybe.
Richard is
Maybe.
into quilting.
Yeah. She worked with a local seamstress for a long time through high school, and now she's like makes a lot of her own dresses and clothes. In fact, she was looking for her birthday. She wanted some material because she found a dress that she wanted, but the dress cost $5,000, and she realized that she could make it with the same material.
What should we buy a $5,000 dress for?
She's
What
got
event?
some like events that they're going to this year, so she wanted the material, and the material was $300.
She needs to go to rent a swag.
Oh, nice.
Oh my lord.
That's a real thing now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can actually go rent like clothing and why again? I don't know if
I've done the black tux rental thing, like online. And you
That's
ship it to your house.
different. That's different. That's kind of like standard.
Yeah. I'll
So
sew
that-
you a little. I'll make you real badges, Brian.
That would be nice.
You giving yourself a badge?
What I would like to do is have badges. Yes, real badges. Could you make real badges?
Not
No,
yet.
no,
We don't
I-
even know how to do quarters
No,
yet.
I'm talking about like I know how to do corner. I was talking about like getting a patch and sewing it on something, and making
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You know what I want? I want the black like denim vests like the Outsiders have,
Yeah, we'll just Amazon those.
but let's get them in a different color, and then we can put our own patches on.
But I want jumpsuits, but I want to cut them off into like Daisy Dukes, the legs,
nice.
and then go cut the sleeves off.
I just think we do that and just put patches all over them.
Yeah,
And then, but what color? Do you think you could get like a bright orange jumpsuit?
probably.
That would be really,
The
really
chamois
cool.
butter people at
I would
events
look like an
wear a
orange.
jumpsuit.
Yeah. You guys been following anything that's going on at Sea Otter?
Yeah,
I
Sea
haven't.
Otter was
Yeah.
huge this year. It's usually
Yeah.
was never like that. Well, it was big, but it's Sea Otter's because they're not doing Interbike and other stuff like that, and some of these shows. Like I think Sea Otter's your big West Coast, and Philly's your big East kind of one of your venues.
Yeah.
There's more bigger. Sea Otter's an outdoor venue.
And they have races and all kinds
Yeah, I
of
would say they have
Yeah.
races. They have
The people I
they
follow
have-
on social media were all there.
all the Philly Bike
Yep.
Expo people were there.
All the
Didn't
bike-
you get your invite?
Binnaby was there.
Yep. I would love to go to Sea Otter one year. I think it would be really cool.
Why
Just
didn't know
to-
it was getting as big as it did?
So,
So-
I think it's because it's been like everything's been kiboshed for so long with COVID, and now all of a sudden we're able to get back together, and so I think Sea Otter's maybe the first big thing to come out of the fold
It was cool.
since that.
I was a little jealous. Otto released some nice
colorways. Yeah,
colorways.
I
The
saw
new
that.
titanium color. Titanium.
Really? Are you serious?
No, just kidding. Titanium is
Oh.
titanium.
Well, I didn't. Well, sometimes people do some weird stuff with titanium, like blaze, like.
Painted titanium is beautiful.
No, not painted. I've seen titanium stuff where it's like got almost like a rainbow effect to it, where they do some.
Oh,
really
like
cool
Firefly
stuff.
does that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, some cool stuff. But I thought maybe that's what you're talking about. Anything else going on bike world? What's this going on at the shop?
Shop
Nothing?
stuff.
Anything?
It's a weird lull. We're busy as crap, but service. I've wanted to do this for a while, and it won't last. Yeah,
Don't say that.
never would actually do that. Frustrated saying that. Hey, man. No, like I did. Like I think Friday, I took 5 repairs that I just tried to turn around on the same day and get people to pick them up. We're not as bad as what we were.
Is
with
service still closed?
No, we've been open since last week.
Okay, I didn't know.
We're trying to stay within a week. It's but like I said, there's been a lot of stuff. You spend more time checking it in, taking it in the back, pulling it back out. I'm trying to teach everyone, and we're getting good at it. Some things you just turn around right on the spot.
I gotta give
more
my
efficient.
Roubaix
That I can't do on the spot.
cleanup. No, I'm giving it. I need to give it a good cleanup, and then I simply need to bring it to you to get sort of like the shifting and everything kind of double checked
The
and
shifty bits.
dialed in, the shifty bits. So,
Yeah.
you want to do Strava Club?
Yeah, Brian Rains did 101 miles today
Woohoo!
with a power output of, I don't know.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you actually looking at my Strava?
He is. He
I've had your
is.
Strava. I found everything.
Read my numbers. By the numbers. Let's do a Dustin Klein.
101.72 miles, moving time of 6 hours, 23 minutes, and 33 seconds. Elevation of 4,015 feet.
So what was my moving time versus total time?
I don't know.
Well, you can tell. See? You need to look.
All right, elapsed time was 6:48, so you barely stopped.
Yeah, I barely stopped.
Average speed of 15.9, and your max speed was 35.5. Partly cloudy, temperature was 60, humidity was 76.
Wow, I'm so glad you're reading
It
this.
felt like 60, and wind speed was 60.
People find that
6.6.
interesting.
Your training load was 393 at an intensity of 73%.
My Garmin told me I needed to take 4 days off.
That's all? I've done less, and it said like a week or two.
I was like, yeah, right.
You had
you're
two
drunk, Garmin.
2 full-on PRs up the Mad King's Dash, and then PR enhances out.
Mad King's Dash, really, that's the one. So now I had a full belly because that was just after a mom and pop stop. And I loaded up. I had donuts. I had Doritos. I had Gatorade. I had an energy drink. I had a whole bottle of water.
Tell you what, don't do it after Chipotle.
And I felt it, like, because I get the little baby, belly baby,
Mhm.
like food baby. And it was like, oh, so that's cool. I'm going to try Mad King's Dash. You know, that's off of Williams Wharf. And I want to try that. I actually want to put an effort in there.
A gentleman by the name of D'Angelo Vickers just became the local legend of 4 Marsh South Climb.
Now, I like my new jovial Strava name for the next few weeks.
Oh, wow, you're multiple local legends.
Oh, yeah.
You're like 5 today.
I am.
Sorry, D'Angelo did.
D'Angelo Jeremetrius
Vickers.
And then Joey said he didn't like it because nobody liked Will Ferrell in the office. I actually had a couple listeners message me on Strava. I was like, hey, did I miss something? What's the change all about? It's like I'm just copycatting
You
Joey.
just wait. I told you there's a few customers that only know to me as a Strangler.
So you are of the opinion, though, that I should change it to Toby Flenderson.
Yeah, you have the Flenderson files.
I don't know.
Toby's my favorite.
Get it because you got a podcast?
I was just watching an episode when I was looking at my Strava, and it was one of the Will Ferrell episodes. And so that inspired me. He actually said his full name, and I was like, that's going to be it. That's going to be the thing that I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And I thought Joey would get a huge kick out of it. Nothing. Crickets. I sent him pictures. Crickets. I wish I had a
The more
cricket
you
sound
emphasize
effect.
something, the less Joey's gonna notice it.
Oh, good.
Or
That's good to
the
know.
more you emphasize it, the least. It's not that I'm not going to notice it, but I'm going to say less
But wait a
about
minute,
it.
Joey, I got something here from you in my pocket.
Look, I got 2 of them.
All right. Well,
Okay, back to Strava Club. We said we were going to do Strava
so
Club.
random
Now
rider. It's funny how these worked out. We have George Mitchell. Sorry,
Gregory.
I've had half that whiskey. Gregory.
You just said George was Gregory?
All right. I just instantly. I
We
was
saw the G.
Okay.
Gregory Mitchell from Washington, D.C. with 142.3. Jonathan Paul from Verona, Pennsylvania with 128.1. And to connect all of them, Jonathan Karamak from Washington, D.C. with 158.3.
I see what you did there. There's two Jonathans.
Oh, that was random, but they tied in the
and
middle.
two people from D.C. Oh,
Yeah, and the Jonathan's in the middle.
well done.
Hey, diddle diddle.
Well done.
You needed 117 miles this week to break it to the top 100, and we're up to 817. We're 2 more closer to your mustache.
Closer to Mustache Land. I'm going to do it. I swear. I'm going to do it. If we can get to, what is the number? 1,000 Strava Club members or 2,000 on YouTube? Was that it? I can't even remember.
I don't know anymore.
I don't know.
I have no problems.
It doesn't even matter when we hit it. We had a thing like we had to do it by a certain date. I don't care. If we get to 1,000 people on Strava, I will grow
click, and subscribe,
a
folks.
mustachio.
Yeah.
No, on Strava, 1,000. Who cares
Yeah.
about YouTube? I don't care about YouTube.
Monetary.
I don't care. But yeah, woohoo! Gonna make pennies off of YouTube. Woohoo!
Hey, it's I want to
Get rich
file
and
with the IRS.
retire.
Strava.com/clubs/gravel travel dirt.
Let's dive right into this or that's.
Do you know? I'm thinking about now that I got my rooftop tent.
Mhm.
Well.
How much bacon? How
have a
much
rooftop
bacon
tent.
could we fit? How many Andy Bacons and Kevin Bacons
God.
could you fit in the?
4 comfortably. I'm gonna sleep at Pope Patty this year at Unpaved in the tent. Jessica will probably want to stay in the Airbnb, but I think one of the nights I'm gonna go Pope Patty when you guys are gonna be all like, "Oh, here's a nice bed." No, we're gonna.
See, this is how it works.
I'm gonna be a professional hobo.
I do this fantastic upfront work. I get a guy to open an Airbnb just a couple of blocks away from the start, and Joey says, "I'm going to sleep in my rooftop tent."
Maybe even in the driveway.
You may have to.
No, I'm gonna go out with Nate and everyone, and
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, I see how
I'm
it
gonna
is.
Pope Patty it.
I see how it is.
I'm gonna.
Are you riding unpaved this year? I don't know what I want. You know what I'd like
I'd
to
like
do?
to do the 90 again, but I would also like to fish in that creek right there while I'm sleeping at Pope Patty.
What I want to do
Penn Street.
is like we did at Rothrock, but it unpaved and set up an actual table and talk to people and actually.
I'll
have
do that at
interviews.
Poe
Well, let's do that at Pope.
because I'll start my ride and end my ride there.
Let's. Okay, that's actually a really good idea.
I will interview my friend Kelly Catelli.
Okay. I'm sure she would stop by, and I'm sure she'd love to actually talk.
Yeah, we're gonna have a party.
We're gonna pee in the porta potty together.
Oh, that was weird. Edit that one out.
You had to go weird
Yeah.
with it.
Well, I didn't say at the same time. You guys just assumed that would be like that.
Okay, this or that. Anything else before we do this or that? We only have 3 tonight. Are you ready for this? Are we?
Trying to think, yeah.
Okay, let's do
I'm gonna
them.
be the first person to say no.
On the first nice day of spring, ride 100 miles or write show notes. Because I totally like pushed the podcast off today. Normally Tuesdays is my day.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna do Wednesday, but
I don't write show notes. Nor do I write 100 without a T-shirt. So I don't understand.
You ride shirtless?
No, I mean without getting a T-shirt or without getting something at the end.
at the end. Like, but it could be a good like St. Jude's donation.
Of course, that would be fine.
Oh.
But I wouldn't just be like, "Hi." Gonna go out and run 100. Like,
Is that what you think I
Yeah.
sound like when I'm today? I was like, oh.
I mean, even over the summer, I usually have summer school to teach, so it's not like I
know.
have like
I
free
just kind of
days.
felt like doing it. So you know what my
It's
answer
good for
is.
you.
I just rode 100 miles instead of writing show notes. Joey?
I'm extremely jealous of Brian for
Why?
writing show notes all the time.
You are funny.
No,
Okay.
I'm jealous that.
Second item.
I'd rather. I'm envious. I could just go out and ride 100 miles right now.
That's what we said. We were on the couch looking at this. I was like, I'm not ready for 100. Are you?
That's why I was riding all this week. I don't want to miss out on stuff. I didn't miss out on stuff last year either, but
It's just weird.
there's a couple things though.
You know, I felt like I did like I really enjoyed Croatan and that mileage because it was with people. Even though I wasn't riding with somebody, it was like there were people around, which was kind of cool. Today, I think, I don't know, riding solo is
You
kind
just had that Jerry in his truck.
Yeah.
The roundabout.
I needed to have, maybe I could get somebody in a e-bike. Maybe Tom would ride along with me on his e-bike.
Oh,
That'd
maybe.
be cool. Anyway,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think everything has to be a huge day,
no.
but
No.
50, 60 miles all the time. That's fun. I mean, I was trying to do that last year. That's just fun.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be
60
100.
miles is a good day on a bike.
It was
30 miles is a good day on a bike.
Truth.
It was sort of any day that
12
you get to ride your
miles.
bike.
I'll tell you lately, 12 miles is a good day on the bike.
Any day you get to ride your bike is a good day. But this was kind of like, I do this every once in a while, where it's just like get a mental thing in my head. It's like, first nice day, I want to do 100 miles. And so that's what I did. And I planned it all last week. Yeah, I sent you the route last week, didn't I?
It was like Sunday.
Yeah, all planned out. Second item on this or that, Blake upstairs or Blake as a part of the podcast?
Because Joey has been researching tents so much, I think it's like knows, like our phones know what we're talking about. So a dog sleeping bag came on my
No
things
way.
today. Yeah.
You know that's
And
a real thing, right?
I know. So I was like, oh, I don't know. I like Blake downstairs, but I don't know. Every time you come over and the podcast stuff gets settled out, like
He's been really good tonight. You've been over there feeding him ice cream through the whole
I've been
podcast.
finger by finger feeding him ice cream.
I like Blake being down here too. It's okay. If he's a part of the podcast, it's fine. It's people get used to it. It's
Check
our
out their
podcast.
April Fool's roof nest.
Get a rooftop doghouse.
Yeah, they're next to theirs.
It will be hard to carry
That's
Blake up the
cute.
ladder.
Oh, no, I'll get them up.
Yeah, that won't be that tough. Put him in a backpack. Same backpack that you use to take him on bike rides.
Did you see my friend on Croatan with his dog in the trailer in the back?
I missed that. I saw that. He was right there.
Everyone saw that.
I immediately went to Instagram to try to find him.
Did you find him? He was in like the videos and stuff. that
I got
people put out.
a kid trailer this week at work. Someone gave to me,
Nice.
like brand new, to try to take Blake to work.
I think
So
that'd be a lot of
I'll
fun.
do first day of spring 100 miles with my dog.
You would not.
Trebek.
Third item, Joey threw this one in there: an art museum or a history museum.
Oh, I didn't even realize we were on number 2.
We did. I said Blake upstairs or Blake a part of the
Part of the
podcast.
podcast.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement. Blake.
I'd
is a
rather
part of
deal
the
with him down
podcast.
here than up
Yeah,
barking upstairs.
because you feel like he's still going to bark and he's
Yeah.
just going to be up there by himself barking.
Yeah.
Down here, but
Pre-podcast, he's quiet.
yeah.
Blake's big test is tomorrow, so
What test?
we have to do it for his skills test tomorrow.
Nice.
And then on the 18th, if we get home from Richmond in enough time, he has
Oh, yeah, you don't have to
agility
go.
class.
Go to agility.
It's
Yeah,
at
do
night.
that.
It's at 6:30.
Oh. Yeah, we'll be
Okay,
back
so
by
we
10.
did actually introduce number 3: art museum or history museum. Jess.
Wah, wah. No, I don't know. I can't.
Neither one, but which one would you? You got to pick. Gun to your head.
That's how
Art
this or that
museum,
works, Jessica.
History museum.
I would go for history because, like, the cool air and space and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
No, that's Air and Space Museum.
but
That's
it's still
fine.
history of
It's still
space.
history.
Arts
I'm gonna.
history.
I will,
What about an
I'll
art
allow
history
it.
museum?
Wah,
I'll
wah.
allow it. I'll allow it. I used to love when we were kids and you had the field trip to the Air and Space Museum. That was always super cool.
The Udvar V. Hazy Museum now is cool.
That wasn't around when we were kids.
I would go to a history museum, or what I really enjoy is the Marine Museum, which is right here in our backyard in Solomon's, the Calvert Marine Museum. I can't wait to take baby to the Calvert Marine Museum. I'm going to
and put the baby in the shark's mouth?
yeah, and take pictures and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We're going to buy the whole family membership and everything to take the baby like all the time. But baby has to be a little bit more mobile for that. It's coming pretty soon.
I like the Marine Museum.
Art museum and history museum.
I like the art museums.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You ever just
pick these up,
stare
everybody.
at art?
I know. I hear you. Do you
Pretty.
do you interpret it?
I interpret everything I look at. It's usually in an immature way.
Everything's got something to do with pink eye.
I don't know. Sometimes you just take a little gummy and go in an art museum.
Now I see what's happening.
No, art museums are peaceful.
You've got evil eyebrows again from your glasses and the like how you get that when the computer a certain time of the night when it's darker and it goes up. You've got evil eyebrows. Anything else before we shut this rambler down?
It was fun.
It was fun. I always enjoy these two. We just have a good time.
Next week we have Andy Bacon.
Next week is Andy Bacon. And then the week after that, Dave Pryor. And then the week after that, we've got an event director. And I'm sorry, his name escapes me, for a new gravel event up in Pennsylvania. And then I think that takes us all the way out into May. So we've got a pretty full docket for the next 3 weeks. And I'm sure that we'll have somebody else that'll pop up and want to join us.
Cynthia Frazier will be on after that. It sounds like.
Have you heard back from her?
Yeah.
We do want to get Cynthia Frazier on. Gravista.
Yep.
She rides Valleccio.
Okay.
She's doing that rock star 300 miler next week.
The only thing I have to ask you about any of these people is, do they wear cutaway? Because Cutaway USA
Cynthia
offers...
used to be a big cutaway person.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just trying to make a connection to bring Cutaway back in.
Well, there you go.
And talk about Cutaway. So there we go. If you enjoyed this podcast, folks, maybe consider being like Tom and joining our Patreon family, or being like Casey and
Tom
sending
and
us
Jerry.
a little bit of PayPal love. You can do all that right on the website, folks, which you can find where, Joey?
At graveltraveldirt.com, or we're on Instagram at Mid-Atlantic GTD.
And make sure to check out the Instagram to look for St. Jude patches, donations.
They're not St. Jude patches.
No.
per se.
They're the Steal Your Face patches that are the GTD things that you made so long ago that everybody absolutely loves. That are gonna be on the hats. And I think the patches were the cover photo for last week's podcast.
Correct.
I think.
Correct.
A lot of
So-
great feedback.
Go back and look at the cover photo for last week's podcast if you want to know what they are.
Or go to our gram.
$5, and that's going to be a donation to St. Jude's, and we're all about that. Mid-Atlantic Gravel Travel and Dirt is recorded this week from right here in Joey, Jess, and Blake's kitchen.
Captain
Whiny
Wine
Blake.
Cans.
Whiny Blake's kitchen. Thanks for riding along, everybody. Until next time, do good, be nice, go slow, respect others.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
My microphone was off the last 2 minutes. I'm just kidding.